Hello dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel where we delve deep into the most complex and compelling dramas unfolding within the hallowed walls of the British royal family. Today we are navigating a particularly thorny issue, a clash of wills and duties taking place right on the doorstep of the Prince and Princess of Wales. It concerns the disgraced figure of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and the seemingly impossible predicament facing Prince William and Princess Kate as they attempt to maintain royal dignity while living literally side by side with a man who has brought unimaginable scandal to the House of Windsor. This isn't just about awkward neighborly encounters. It's about the very core principles of duty, family obligation, and the future image of the monarchy. How do the future king and queen navigate the requirement of compassion when faced with a relative whose actions have caused so much public distress? Before we immerse ourselves in the details of this delicate royal dance, please do remember to show your support by liking this video, sharing your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribing to our channel so you never miss another deep dive into the fascinating world of royalty. Your engagement helps us bring these stories to light. The uncomfortable proximity at Windsor. Let us set the scene. Prince William and Princess Kate, the Prince and Princess of Wales, recently settled into their new, more modest, but still beautiful home, Forest Lodge, nestled within the sprawling grandeur of the Windsor estate. This move was intended to bring them closer to the late Queen and to facilitate a more focused, streamlined approach to their royal duties rooted in the historic heart of the monarchy. However, the peace and privacy they sought have been severely compromised by an unavoidable geographical reality. They are currently next-door neighbors to the former Duke of York, Prince Andrew, at the magnificent sprawling property known as Royal Lodge. 4 years now, King Charles III has been relentless in his pursuit of efficiency and modernization within the monarchy. And a central part of this strategy involves severing ties with those who have damaged the reputation of the crown. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, as we know, has been officially and unequivocally cut off from all royal association. This includes the stripping of his military titles, royal patronages, and the official use of the title His Royal Highness in public life. But the king's efforts have not stopped at titles and honors. He has in fact begun a formal, deliberate, and rather challenging process to evict Andrew from the lavish and historically significant Windsor property, Royal Lodge. This estate is not just a house. It is a symbol of Andrew's past standing and his remaining connection to the core of the family structure. A connection King Charles is determined to break for the sake of the institution. The king's goal is clear. Andrew must vacate the premises and move to a far less prominent, less costly residence, preferably one that removes him from the daily scrutiny of the core working royals. The brazen display, horseback riding, and headlines. Despite the intense pressure from the sovereign, his own brother, and the glaring disapproval of the public, Andrew has shown a remarkable resilience, some might call it defiance, in clinging to his life at Royal Lodge. The tension reached a fever pitch recently when William and Kate were reportedly left in a state of profound shock and frankly exasperation by Andrew's latest actions. The former Duke of York was brazenly seen and photographed enjoying a leisurely horse ride across the vast picturesque grounds of the Windsor estate. These images were not subtle. They made instant headlines across the media landscape, splashed across every newspaper and digital news outlet. For William and Kate, who are painstakingly focused on maintaining a dignified, forward-looking public image, this was a deeply unsettling development. Their efforts to focus the nation's attention on their important initiatives such as early childhood development or mental health campaigns were instantly derailed. King Charles himself was left utterly exasperated. While the monarch has maintained his characteristic public silence on the matter, Andrew's highly visible appearance immediately deviated public attention away from official royal engagements that the King and Queen Camilla were undertaking. It creates a narrative distraction, forcing the media cycle to once again revolve around the family's greatest ongoing embarrassment rather than their crucial work. This is the perpetual dilemma faced by the working royals. Every time Andrew steps out, he casts a shadow over the entire institution, regardless of how stripped of power or isolated he may be. The royal conundrum, duty of care. One might assume that given the deep grievances and the sheer volume of negative publicity Andrew has generated, the senior royals, William, Kate, and Charles would simply wish to ignore him entirely until the eviction is complete. However, according to respected royal expert Jenny Bond, the situation is far more nuanced, bound by an ancient, inescapable principle of duty. Despite their profound personal frustration, Jenny Bond believes that the core members of the royal family are bound by a specific moral obligation to take action regarding Andrew's welfare, even in light of his recent visibility stunts. Speaking to the Mirror, Bond offered a crucial insight into the internal workings of the family. While there is no love lost between William, Catherine, and Andrew, my understanding is that they and the rest of the royal family believe they still have a duty of care for his welfare and mental health. This statement provides a window into the difficult balance the royals must strike. Their personal feelings of fury or disgust must be tempered by the institutional requirement of family compassion. Andrew is, after all, still a blood relative of the monarch and the future monarch. Bond elaborated on the concerning reports surrounding Andrew's state of mind. She explained that he is reportedly becoming increasingly isolated, depressed, and solitary. Given the dramatic loss of status, public rejection, and the looming threat of eviction from his beloved home, it is perhaps unsurprising that his mental well-being is suffering. The senior royals recognize that a severe deterioration in Andrew's mental health could lead to an even greater public relations disaster, perhaps even tragic circumstances, which the crown absolutely must avoid. Their duty of care, therefore, becomes a form of institutional risk management as much as genuine familial concern. The ethics of visibility. Jenny Bond also provided a defense, or at least a contextual understanding of Andrew's decision to ride his horse publicly, the very act that caused such a media fear. She suggested that it is not Andrew's primary fault if the photographers are ready to pounce if he dares to venture out. In essence, if a man is confined to a vast estate and merely wishes to seek fresh air and exercise, a basic human need, William and Kate, despite their anger, would not begrudge him for that simple act. To deny him the ability to step outside would border on cruel isolation. However, the location is the key sticking point. Bond acknowledged the obvious. Obviously, it would be more convenient if it wasn't on their doorstep. The awkwardness of the proximity cannot be overstated. Imagine the Prince and Princess of Wales, the future of the monarchy, hosting dignitaries or conducting important official meetings at Forest Lodge, only to have the disgraced former Duke of York trot past their window, knowing that the paparazzi are lurking just beyond the perimeter, ready to capture the shot. It is an untenable situation for the working royals. Yet there is a silver lining, a light at the end of this awkward tunnel, which Bond was quick to point out. The situation is temporary.